Hey everybody, TheGoodin24 here, welcome back to the channel, and today we have some exciting news. I had just talked about this in my last video. NASCAR 21 has a title, a trailer, and a features list. We're going to go over it today. By now I'm assuming you've seen the trailer, and I am not first to the game, so many people have already done their trailer reactions and breakdowns, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to talk about my thoughts, what I think of the game so far, what they've released. I will talk about some of the stuff in the trailer, but I'm not going to go through and nitpick every detail or give you my insane reaction. I'm just going to talk about what I think this means for the future of NASCAR games, and just what I think this series is going to do, and what I hope it does. So anyway, let's get started. So they dropped the trailer. I'll give you a few of my quick thoughts from the trailer. I thought it was very good. A little disappointed we didn't get any actual, I don't know if gameplay is the right word, but we didn't get any behind the car chase view or whatever. We got a few things like a crash happening, and it kind of looks like it's in the chase view perspective, but not exactly. They got you pushing them, two crew members pushing your car out of the garage, and it's a cockpit view. The cockpit looks nice. It looks very detailed. I will say, the two guys pushing you are like the same person, if that makes sense. They look exactly the same. So that leaves a little to be desired, but I'm not going to nitpick it too bad. I'm very happy that we have things like all of the pit boxes having their own sponsors. I know that was something that was kind of a struggle for a while. And all of the pit boards being different. I mean, they're just numbers, but I will take that. They all lit up and they look nice, and this game just seems to have a lot of detail. I'm very happy about it. There's one really cool shot at Bristol of all the cars coming off the corner and down the straightaway, and it looks so good. I cannot get over it. It looks so good. The number pylon looks really good. In just the trailer that they showed, the number pylon and the lighting looks really good. I think the lighting in this whole game is very nice. The way it shines off the cars, off the pylon, off of the grandstands, everything about it looks really good. The game looks AAA. There are a few moments where I see the cars and the textures, and I do wonder, how it's going to run on a PS4. Or a base Xbox One for that matter, but we'll get into that. The tracks look nice, around the tracks look lively. It just looks so solid. It looks so solid. I don't have many complaints about how it looks. The damage model, from what we've seen, we saw a couple crashes in the trailer. It does look like it leaves a little to be desired. We really haven't had a nice damage model since NASCAR 09. I hate to say that, but I think it's true. I haven't really liked any of the other damage models. The Heat series it was just awful. Terrible damage models. I don't want to see those ever again. No, never. Never again. I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be settings to turn them on or off or not, or light or full damage, but I think they look good. From the few things we've saw the cars going around the track, I do have a few concerns. It seemed to me like in a lot of the gameplay at the bigger tracks, it looks like you had 3 or 4 cars in a line. The cars were bunched up some in the back, but like you'd see about 4 cars in a line, and then you see a huge gap to the next ones. I don't know if that's on purpose. I don't know if that's how the AI is always going to race. I certainly hope that's not the way they race. I don't want NASCAR 08 cars running single file throughout the field. That's terrible. I do not want that ever again. But I mean, Bristol looked good. It's just nice. I mean, I thought the trailer looked really good. I think I'm in the minority on that one, to be honest. I've saw a lot of people on Twitter not happy about it, and I don't understand why. This game, it's the first game in the series. This is not NASCAR Heat. There's nothing in this game that should be NASCAR Heat related. Yeah, there may be a couple things, I guess, but like, this is built from the Unreal Engine. This is R Factor. This should have nothing to do with NASCAR Heat. I don't see where you could make a comparison. The graphics look nothing like it. I don't know. I just don't understand a lot of the criticism. You can criticize it coming out late in the year, and we'll get to that, or the lack of Xfinity in trucks, I guess, but it's the first game in the series. They're setting up the game series from here. Like, I would really expect us to have Xfinity in trucks in the next game, or a more robust career mode for sure. This game needs to be what I hoped NASCAR 2011 the game was, where they build a solid foundation and they can build the feature list and everything out from here, and they can just make little tweaks and changes and make the game look good and make it more feature rich. So we will see. But all the on-track stuff looked good. The cover, I think, looks really good. They have Ryan Blaney, Bubba Wallace, and Chase Elliott on it. What I thought was really funny is the three colors, yellow, red, and blue, are the three colors in the new NASCAR logo. And I thought that looked really nice. And I felt like they did it on purpose. But I think it's three young drivers in the sport that a lot of people can really rally around. Three of the most popular drivers right now. And I think they made a great decision on doing that. A few more things I forgot to mention. It looked like a big focus of the trailer was the garage area, and you saw cars lined up in the garage area. You saw, the people pushing you out of the garage, and I don't know if we can drive our car out of the garage. There's a screenshot with Bill Elliott's car coming. It's not on pit road. It is in the garage coming out onto pit road, and if we can do that, that would be sick. I don't know. I mean, even if it's just an animation like in F1 where they push you out or something, that would still be cool. It seems to me like they're trying to model this game around F1, the F1 series, and if that's the case, I'm all for it. Those games fucking rule. I just, if that's the model they're going to take, if this is just F1 NASCAR 2021, I'll take it. It would be great. So we'll see. It looks like they're spending a lot of time on the garage aspect and making it feel like you're there. I think that's a good approach. There's a tablet you'll see they'll put in your car, and you can make adjustments, and that's kind of like your little hub for the weekend. And I think that's super cool because the drivers actually do use tablets in the car to look at times and the leaderboards and all sorts of things. I know that for a fact. That is actually very nice and very cool. I think that is the way to go. I think they're doing that aspect right. If you model it around the F1 games, it's going to be solid, because I have not played a bad F1 game since 2015 when they switched over to PS4 and Xbox One, when they didn't have an actual career mode, but that game was still decent. But if that's the way they're going, I'm here for it. Anyway, so what we're going to do now is I am on Traxion. If I pronounced that wrong, I'm sorry. I am reading their new article by Justin Malello. If you guys have seen it already, that's what I'm going through. So we're just going to go through these features and everything they talk about, and we're going to see what this game has to offer. So we have, it talks about the release date is on October 28th. That is very late in the season. I think it's like with 2 or 3 weeks to go, which I don't know what they're going to do, because I know they have a plan to release the next game next year. I was kind of hoping they would release it early next year, but that doesn't look like it's going to happen. But we will see. It's using the Unreal Engine and R-Factor 2 physics, which R-Factor is a good game. So I don't see any reason why the driving portion, the gameplay, would be bad in this regard. But we'll see. They are going to have track-specific aero and horsepower packages, which is awesome. I'm so glad that they're doing that. I don't think NASCAR Heat did that. That's just attention to detail, and it's just a surprise, to be honest, that it's happening. But we will take it and go forward. So next, they're going to talk about career mode. It will provide players with a driver-focused progression model. It will set clear goals and structures en route to ultimately becoming a NASCAR champion. So it does sound in depth for just the Cup Series. I'm hoping that we can drive 4 teams as well as start our own car company, what a team, whatever. That is good. Because if the career mode isn't good, then it's going to be hard to stay busy, I guess, in the game. I didn't mind NASCAR Heat Evolution's career mode. It was fine. It kept me busy. And if there's a lot of upgrading and things, and at least some immersion that you can have where you can own a team and hire people, get sponsors, or drive for another team, that would be sick. And I hope that that's the way it goes. We will see. The career mode, though, is where I'm going to be spending most of my time. I'm going to do videos on it. No worries. So, next, they're saying 40-player online races are back with a playlist party matchmaking system. There will be 2 different playlists to hop into where racers will be able to vote for the next track and race in a playlist. There's a shake and bake hopper where you do intermediate and super speedway tracks, and the bump and run will take lobbies to short tracks and road courses. Partying up is an option to bring your friends along the way, and more info will be arriving later. This right here is my biggest problem with the whole thing. It does not look like there are private lobbies that you can choose, which means leagues are dead, and you just can't hop into a race with a bunch of your buddies. You're going to have to be in public lobbies. That is a huge mistake. A huge, huge, huge mistake. That cannot happen. Ever since, I think NASCAR 2000, I mean, they've been doing it as long as it's been online, I think it feels like, where you can host your own lobbies. That should be the most basic thing you can do. What's the point of doing a 40-player online race and bringing your friends with you if you can't race with just your friends? I don't want to do a race with 3 of my friends and 37 other people or 36 other people. That's silly. And why can't you just do a host a race and you get to pick the track? Why does it have to be 2 different lobbies? Like, what if we just want to race Bristol? Or what if we just want to do Daytona the whole time? And what you're going to get with the shake and bake lobbies is everyone's just going to pick Daytona and Talladega, like always. So it's frustrating, and that's my biggest gripe so far. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Hopefully they fix it. So let's keep on going down. All in the details. The new game aims to offer a realistic race day representation with heightened attention to detail. Based on the trailer, the tracks are accurate and the grandstands are lively. The pre-race build-up and post-race review are also aiming for a broadcast level quality. So, from what I've read, MRN is doing all of that stuff, and that's cool. It's just like the old NASCAR Thunder games. And I know PRN did NASCAR 2011. That's right. So if it's anything like NASCAR 2003 or 4, that's awesome. Hopefully they aren't all just canned things, and it's not the same every season in career mode. If that's the case, it's going to get old, but I do appreciate the effort. So, aside from that, it does look like there is a bunch of things, cutscenes and things for pre-race, and I like that, but we'll just see. As you can see, the screenshot. I don't know if it's the one I'm looking at. It shows a bunch of people working on Chase Elliott's car. That looks awesome. Like I said, the focus seems to be on the garage this year, and I like it a lot. NASCAR 2011 had a really cool main menu in your garage stall, and when we saw screenshots of that, I thought it was going to play more of a big role in the career mode, and we didn't even get a career mode. So, we'll see. But for now, this looks really cool. I hope that it's more than just, window dressing. But we'll see. Also, let's see. It gets into a brand new paint booth offers unparalleled levels of customization to create NASCAR paint schemes, complete with an iconic race number. So, the paint booth. That is something that everyone I see on Facebook and Twitter has been begging for. I'm fine with it. I mean, if they're going to give us a really advanced paint booth, let's do it. Making paint schemes in NASCAR 2011 and Inside Line was very fun. I didn't put too much time into it. But if we can make it like Forza, it's going to be a good aspect of it, where a lot of people spend a lot of their time on this game. I kind of hope that there is kind of a base editor like NASCAR Heat, so we can at least kind of just throw something together if we want. But we'll see. More options, the better. And I read an article earlier that said they spent a lot of time on it, and I'm sure the people that want this will be happy. So we'll see. Hopefully you can make some badass paint schemes, but we'll see. So it looks like all the tracks are going to be in this from this season, like Bristol Dirt, Nashville, and the Indianapolis Road Course. Not the Oval, that stinks, or Auto Club, but we will survive. It's fine. So, we're going into a little bit more of the full race day experience. It looks like all the drivers have been face scanned for a realistic representation. That is awesome. I know NASCAR Heat tried to do that, and they looked kind of bad. Same with NASCAR the game. Face scan makes it seem like they actually, scanned their face, so it should look accurate. I'm excited to see what they look like. Hopefully they aren't laughable. Let's see that they get into MRN, will provide commentary, whatever. We talked about that. Freddie Kraft will be the spotter. That's fine. I like Freddie a lot better than Brett Griffin or Jeff Gordon or whatnot. There will be TV-style replays with trackside, on-car, and aerial cameras as well. That is awesome. Hopefully we can just watch practice or whatnot. One thing I will complain about that the NASCAR Heat Games did not do, that Dirt to Daytona did, is you could scroll through different drivers during replays, and you could not do that in any of the last games. I want to be able to scroll to a driver behind the crash, watch what happens from their perspective, and see how the wreck unfolds. I want to be able to move the timeline back and forth as I please, change camera views, and change drivers. Please, please, please let me do that. It's very important. I want to make cool thumbnails for these videos, and I want to just have the option to look at more than my car. I want to see why a caution came out on the other side of the track. I want to see that stuff. It sounds like there's going to be caution replays in the game. We'll see. I hope so. Fingers crossed. We haven't had that in so long. We'll see. Let's see. Now they're getting to the soundtrack. Looks like Leonard Skinner, Imagine Dragons, Aerosmith, and Luke Combs. That rules. I kind of liked the indie songs that the NASCAR Heat Games did, but they got old really fast. Hopefully these songs are good and they didn't spend too much money, but I mean, a better soundtrack is nothing but bad. There's nothing but good. It's not bad is what I meant to say. I'm sorry. For me, though, I don't get to listen to it because I'm going to be making videos on this and I do not want copyright claims. So I hope that the ambient sounds are fine. So anyway, we'll get down here. There are two versions of the game. There's the Champions Edition, which will come out, I think, 2 days early. It will have Bill Elliott will be on the cover, and he'll be playable. He has a Melling racing car that looks sweet. There's going to be, I think, three more Legend drivers down the line, and that's cool. It'd be cool if we could get like Dale Earnhardt or something in there, because I know everybody's been wanting that. I'm fine with it. I've never really understood the need for Legend drivers, but I mean, if that's what people want, that's fine. The Champions Edition also comes with a season pass and all 3 DLC packs. I will say, please, please, please do not do more DLC. If you're going to say you're going to cover all the DLC packs or whatever, do it all. Don't be like NASCAR Heat where there were like 3 more packs released and season pass holders didn't get it. That sucked. It seemed like bad business, and I don't want you to be like EA. So please, please, please let us have all the DLC. Oh, what else do we got here? It's going to be for $60, which is good. I know the last 2 Heat games were like $49.99, so it kind of made it feel like it wasn't a AAA game. Everything about this does seem AAA, so fingers crossed. It does stink. There is no PS5 or Xbox One or Xbox Series X version coming out for physical. I want that, but they do say that a next-gen upgrade will be available post-launch, but they don't have a timeline. That's good, but it's going to suck because I want to be able to provide the best kind of content for you guys with the best graphics, the best frame rate, and I want it to look nice. And my PC is good, but I do not know if it's good enough to run this on high graphics. I'll probably buy both versions, unless I get a review copy or something, which I would not be against. Hey, I'm here. But that won't change any of my thoughts. I'm highly, highly, highly optimistic for this game. I want it to be good, and it looks good. I don't get the hate. I see all sorts of neat things that they look like they put a lot of time and effort into this. Give it a chance. Even if this game lacks features and some content, it should be coming. If they got the driving aspect of this game down, it should be good going forward. We can add things. We can add more career mode things. We can add trucks and Xfinity and ARCA maybe even. If the driving is good, then it should lead the way where they can focus on more important things. The damage model, I don't think I talked about that completely yet. It looked kind of rough. It didn't look like there was a lot of damage. It looked like I saw there's a crash where I think it's Noah Gragson now got hit in the back of the car, and his car kind of went up in the air. It looked really nice. It looked really realistic, but the damage didn't really do anything. Hopefully there is okay damage. I'm not asking for realistic Beam NG physics here, or Wreckfest physics, or damage physics, but it's got to be better than NASCAR Heat 5. Please, I want donuts on the side of the car if you door someone. They did that on PS2. Come on, you can do it. I hope there's a 3D camera where you can rotate it around with the right stick if you use a controller. There better be a track map, and there better be a rear view mirror and not some like grid thing like NASCAR 11 did on the bottom. Let's do it right if we're going to do it. Aside from that, I can't think of many other things. The physics looked okay and all that. I mean, I'm excited, and I've been burned before, but we'll see. We didn't have a Switch version announced. I still think we're going to get a Switch port of the NASCAR Heat games with updated drivers. I do think we're going to get that. I mean, they wouldn't show off NASCAR on Switch on that Race Hub thing if it wasn't coming. So I think we'll probably get a port of NASCAR Heat. I hope. I want to play NASCAR on the Switch, and I'll play that for you guys too. But we'll see what happens. Guys, if you've made it through this whole video, thank you so much. Please hit that subscribe button. I am a up-and-coming YouTuber, if you want to use that phrase. I want to be with the big boys. I want to have like 10,000 subs. That'd be cool. But if my content's not good, then I don't deserve it. But let me know what you think in the comments. If you're going to be playing NASCAR 21 Ignition, what you thought of the trailer, the screenshots, and the articles. Don't be afraid to say hi. And as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.